If you're a law-abiding gun owner in the state of California, I think you might want to listen up. My wife went to renew her CCW, went to a class every 2 years in California, and went to the class. The teacher was just fantastic. You couldn't say enough about this guy. Did a great job. She learned, a lot. More so from us just going in the range, just all the, just little tricks of the trade, and to be safe. That's the bottom line. So anyway, after class, we paid $250 each for the class. I haven't been to my class yet. Mine's in a couple weeks. I wanted to go by herself so she could, or without me, so I wouldn't be interfering in what the teacher wanted to teach. Not to say that I would, but you know how that goes sometimes. Anyway, she got done with the class and everything went well, and she got a little more familiar with her gun, and come to find out that we have to pay $317 to renew our CCW, and that's each. The class was already $250, but more than worth it. I don't mind paying for the class because it really helps us. So, and then the insurance, in case you get in an altercation and have to use your gun, you have insurance for that. I believe that's $225 each per year. So, it just starts to add up. As a law-abiding citizen, that I believe it's our sovereign right to carry a firearm, but they're making it so difficult here in California that, it's just absolutely amazing. When we first went through it to get our CCW, it took over 8 months. You got to give I understand that they need all the information that you're a citizen, and background checks, and, utility bills and mortgage payment bills and firstborn child name, all that kind of stuff. They want to have all that before they even sit down with you. And then you have an interview, and it went well. I'm in Sacramento County, so it's pretty conservative here. But, just with that said, the state of California, and frankly, I believe in the government, I don't know about the other states, they don't want you to have it. They want to discourage you so much that you just give up. You say, I don't want to do that. Like now we got to do all the paperwork again. Download everything, send it to them within 30 days of the expiration date. So it's just this constant barrage of BS. And we're law-abiding citizens. And frankly, what I want mine for? Is for protection. That's it. If I break down on the side of the road and I'm out there by myself or with my family, I want to have something to protect myself if some lone dude comes pulling up. That's really the bottom line. Is my father, we used to go on vacation, and he always took a pistol with him. That's because of that. It was for that reason. Nothing more. He's not going out, shooting animals or, shooting trees or cans or whatever out in the country. It's not what we do. We just want it for protection. And frankly, I'll probably never pull it. And the situation is if somebody's coming after me, I'm going to run. I can still run. I can get up and I can go. Not as good as I used to, but I'm going to try to get out of the situation. I'm not looking for an altercation. I just want that peace of mind, that protection. And my wife too. If she's by herself somewhere, she needs to be protected. And it's just a little frustrating. If any of you are going through this, I'd really like to hear your comments. I found out the other day that if you get a permit in Utah, you can be good for a dozen states or something like that. So that's kind of our goal, is the next step, to say, hey, and we don't do a lot of, out-of-state travel. But, if you're going somewhere, if you're going to Nevada or something, my sister lives in Nevada and I want to go visit her, I can't take my gun. Another thing too is that they have a new restriction that any restaurant that serves alcohol, you can't take your gun in. Your concealed carry. You know, it's like, why don't they give us the places we can take them, a list of the places we can, instead of a list of places we can't, because the list of places you can is like, you can count them on one hand. You can't take them anywhere. I work at a winery here. I can't bring my gun with me on my motorcycle. You know, and it's all it's going to be for is in case I break down and somebody runs up on me. You know, I'll try to get away from it, but I can't. You know, I can take care of business if I have to, and that's really what it's for. You know, they think that we're all out here just these bloodthirsty animals that just want to go shoot everything. It's not the case. You know, I keep hush about it. I don't even tell anybody that I have my CCW. I mean, obviously now with doing this video, people are going to know, but at the same time, I don't brag about it. It's my personal business. It's my sovereign right to carry a gun. And I don't see the laws getting any better. It just gets worse every year. So I guess the lesson is that, you know, do your homework, save your money, because you don't want to get waylaid by, oh, wow, $600. I got to pump out $640 here in the next couple weeks. I wasn't ready for that. You know, it's like, you know, with all the gas prices and everything, and I get on my high horse now about, you know, gas prices and cost of living and interest rates and everything's just totally just annihilating us financially. You know, and I don't want to tap into my savings. I'm using that for retirement. But, you know, it's getting to the point now that it's just so razor thin. You know, you want to go on vacation, you're calculating, oh, how much gas am I going to spend? Oh, I can't go out to dinner. Let's make a sandwich. You know, when it used to be, let's go out to dinner, you know, enjoy fun and, you know, a night out. But anyway, the message is just, you know, check your finances and find out what the costs are for these classes, and don't get discouraged. You have a right to carry a firearm. You know, don't let them beat you down. They're not going to beat me down. I'm going to carry. I'm going to jump through the hoops because that's what they make us do. But, you know, just stay steadfast and keep going, man. So that's my video for the day. Out here on the Walnut Road, the Walnut Shell Road, amongst the cherry vineyard and the cherry orchard and the grape vineyard. Have a great rest of the day.